Cedinho has got to make one of the biggest career decisions of his life. You see, his agent has just messaged him. Several European clubs are interested in signing him. Compared to last season where only Man United were willing to buy him, things have completely changed. And that is because last season, Cedinho did the impossible, took Man United to Premier League glory. Not only that, he also secured the Golden Boot, scored that iconic volley, which has been voted by Cedinho as the Puskás goal of the year. And all of that has got the big boys to take notice. There's offers from Italy. Napoli want him. Although I think I'd rather stay at Man United than go to Napoli at this point. Bayern Munich is well coming in with a big offer. But as crazy as it sounds, Cedinho kind of likes his life here at Man United. I don't think it makes sense trading that for joining Bayern Munich. Look at the level of teammates he's got here. Murillo, Bradley Barcola, who by the way, Cedinho has a really good connection with. And of course, there is a big reason to stay at Man United too, going for the Champions League. Imagine winning the biggest competition in club football with Man United, who've never won it since 2008. That would make him the Manchester United GOAT. Actually, Cedinho already thinks he's the Man United GOAT. He just posted his own rankings. He put Ronaldo second, Rooney third, but himself at first. That's classic Cedinho being delusional. But yeah, I really feel like staying at Man United, going all in on the Champions League, at least for one more season, could be the play. But then my agent also said that Real Madrid are in conversations. And there's one thing you know about Real Madrid, you don't say no to them. And this is why Cedinho is in such a dilemma. Stay at Man United, continue this project that you've been building towards, and of course, break the streak of constantly joining new clubs, or go to Real Madrid, try and become the world's best player, compete against Mbappe and the lot. And to be honest, I'm looking at my overall 84. I don't know how I'm gonna keep up with Kylian. And I feel like joining Real Madrid, and even if I win the Champions League there, I'm just gonna be another name among a list of dozens of players who've won the Champions League there. But at Manchester United, after so many years bringing home the European trophy, it could change Cedinho's career. It could be the biggest moment of his life. And now is the moment we gotta make the call. Join Real Madrid or stay at Man United. And honestly, boys, I feel like we gotta stay one more season at Man United. They were the club that put Cedinho back in the striker position, allowed him to shine, and I kind of want him to win the Champions League here, so we're gonna give it a shot. And to be honest, bro, look at Cedinho posing with the Premier League trophy. It's probably the only trophy he values this much. Okay, maybe the Euros quite a bit, but after what happened with Portugal and his retirement, I think he doesn't care. I mean, look at what he did to the French Cup, bro. He just threw that in the bin. But the Premier League, he's put that sticker right in the middle, property of Cedinho. He rates this. And that picture with the Champions League is going to be so cold. We're going to be working towards that. I think my goals with Cedinho this season, of course, winning the Champions League would be the ultimate goal. But also to win the Golden Boot in the Champions League would be fun to try and be the top scorer. Also, overall-wise, I want to get up to like 87. If we want to make Cedinho win the Champions League, he's going to need to be competing with the likes of Mbappe, Haaland, at least overall-wise. And getting Cedinho to an 87 probably will be closer to making him a GOAT. Talking about a GOAT, you guys can get the Cedinho GOAT tee. Honestly, it's probably my favorite Cedinho merch. s2gshop.com, links in the description. I think the Black Friday promo is still going on, so you can get yourself a solid discount. Get your merch, support the channel, support the content. Now, I said I was only going to focus on the Champions League, but we've got a Community Shield final, and come on. You know Cedinho loves collecting trophies for his CV, and I do not mind at all coming off the bench to help my team. And here we go, boys. Man United's number 9 coming on. And let's show the exact reason why we decided to stay at Manchester. Okay, you're not proving me right, Hancock. What was that? One advantage we do have this season, we don't have to really adapt to our teammates. We already know how to play around them. I think that's going to make life a lot easier. There is no period of adaptation. I know Crystal Palace have got similar colors to Barcelona, but since when can they play their tiki-taka play style? I can't even get the ball here. Okay, finally I managed to rob them off the ball, and here goes Cedinho on a bit of a run. I might stole the ball off him. Yo, we've been teammates for like a year. You can't be doing that. Bro, if the game ends 0-0, this game is going directly to pens, and I do not want that. Okay, now we're seeing the boys link up nicely. Here's Hancock running with pace. What can he do? Tries to find Cedinho. Does not work. Oh, but I'm looking for the ball for Ahmad. It's a lovely through ball. Ahmad should score this, really. How is the keeper saving that rebound as well? Uh-oh, Palace have managed to break through. Laments looked very solid there. Come on, man. If I lose the Community Shield final, like, the media is going to be laughing on Cedinho's head, criticizing him for not making that move to Madrid. Okay, but right now we're on a really good run. Maybe if I can open up some space, maybe a chance to go for a curling effort. Oh, Cedinho! That is absolutely sensational. In a final to score a goal like that. This is why he's decided to stay at Man United, so he can win more trophies here. And that is another trophy in the bank for Cedinho. He came off the bench, scored a banger, walks on with more silverware. That is how he rolls. I think now Cedinho can just completely focus on the Champions League. Before that, though, it is transfer deadline day. And oh my, I see a lot of transfers happening. This Asane Diao kid, 87 rated. What a signing. But not just that, in the right mid spot, Talbi. In the left back spot, this Yaimar Medina guy. That's what I'm telling. Man United means serious business. And I'm glad we decided to stay. Actually, even Lewis Hall was a completely new signing. I didn't even notice. Oh, and right before our first Champions League game of the season, we've got 32 skill points. I did say I want to upgrade my weak foot, but I don't want to spend 30 points. We've got other stats to try and improve. I think we got to make his acceleration crazy. Let's just make it up to 90. It's going to be expensive, but now Cedinho is going to be rapid. I think we also need to improve his strength. At least getting it up to like 80 could be huge. Oh, and that has a big impact on Cedinho's overall. Got him up to 85. We're going to boost short passing, I feel, up to like 84. Should be a good one. And I think the rest we might just put on like heading, maybe aggression. Yeah, let's make Cedinho super aggressive, bro. Now that's got us up to 85 overall. Right now, though, Cedinho is making his comeback in the Champions League. A lovely pass here for Mbaye. What a finish. Usually it's Barcola playing in this position, but now we've got this new kid, Mbaye. For some reason, he's just gone straight into the crowd like Cedinho to celebrate. I don't know what was up with that, but what a pass that was. But okay, assisting is all fun and games. I want to see Cedinho score in the Champions League. It's been 2 years. Not gonna lie, the extra acceleration has given Cedinho such a burst of pace, which is having a big impact. That was a lovely goal. After 2 years of absence in the Champions League, he's finally scored in this competition. And we are off to a really good start. 3-0 against Benfica. Now, Cedinho ain't resting, though, because up next, we've got Malmo in the Champions League. I think our first goal is to just secure that top 8, so we don't have to play the playoffs. And you know what? Cedinho has started before with various different clubs. If I remember correctly, though, the last time Cedinho played in the Champions League was for Atletico. He's been at so many different clubs, it's kind of hard to recollect. And even with Atleti, I think we made the semi-finals. But yeah, that was a controversial period in Cedinho's career. He got suspended from the team for criticizing the coach and whatnot. That is kind of why I'm really liking things here at Man United. I've got no problems with Ruben Amorim, surprisingly. Oh, Malmo really coming for it. Lamens again. It would be super embarrassing if Cedinho ends up losing to a random Swedish club. No disrespect to Malmo, but you are not on Cedinho's level. Now that I've said that, watch them turn into prime Barcelona and absolutely cook us. Thankfully not. Bro, this is just so inevitable. We criticize Malmo and of course they take the lead.
But you are not on Cedinho's level.
Man, shut your ass.
Bro, Cedinho's got a 5.5 match rating. Just embarrassing. Oh, that's a lovely cross. If I can attack it, I can't, but... Oh, come on. No way are they going to score a second. I can't believe this. Cedinho is literally being forced to eat the humble pie right now. Okay, we haven't lost yet. I'm still trying to create something as Cedinho. If I can cut this one back way far. He had so much open space there. Okay, this could be good. This could be good. Breaking through left foot. What a finish. Straight away collecting the ball. The game is not done. What is our defense doing, man? Malmo is completely unlocking us. They go for goal. Lamens with the save. But now we've just got 10 minutes to try and get the equalizer. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a really good ball for Diao. The new signing tries to cut it back. How did we not equalize? What did these Malmo players have for breakfast, man? I can't believe how good they are. Oh, Cedinho, the movement is on point, surely. And there's the finish. We break the Malmo hearts.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
And you know what? Sweden has earned my respect. Malmo gave us a really good fight to get a draw, but I'm more happy about the fact that Cedinho got a brace. By the way, Cedinho has just received an invitation from France Football, and it's for the Ballon d'Or ceremony. Now, wait a minute. Cedinho's only 85 rated. There's no way he's winning the Ballon d'Or, but Golden Boot last season, Premier League winner last season. Maybe there is some hope? Okay, nah, Cedinho was just called to see Bradley Barcola of all players win the Ballon d'Or. Who would have thought? But you know what? If Cedinho wins the Champions League this year, I think he can at least make the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or. Well, Cedinho is back from that Ballon d'Or ceremony, and the focus is now back on the Champions League, where we are outside the top 8 right now. And our next game is against Bayern Munich. Now, this is a very interesting fixture, because among the many European clubs that were interested in Cedinho, Bayern were among them, and we did reject them to stay at Man United. We thought that we've got the better team, the better project, and I guess we're gonna have to prove it now on the pitch by getting a result against them. This will also be a good test to see where this Man United team stands. Can we really compete against one of the contenders of the competition? Oh, what a ball that is for Cedinho!
Nope.
The header, how is that getting saved? I made the perfect run, man. Now maybe I could do something winning the header, but it's just above the crossbar. Bro, chances like those against Bayern Munich, we've got to take, man. Oh, and this is exactly why Musiala threw Laments for the save, but the rebound? How does that fall perfectly for Osimhen? Bro, in the Champions League in this new format, if you lose like 1 or 2 games, it really puts you out of contention for top 8, and we're going to have to then play a playoff. Oh, come on, man. Musiala's gonna make it 2-0. Bayern Munich have just given Cedinho a taste of reality. That is what I missed out on joining, bro. I could have been playing with Musiala and co. Now I am starting to regret things a bit, but hey, we've made the decision to stay at Man United. Let's first just get out of the group stage. Somehow, though, 7 games into the Champions League, we're still in contention for top 8, but I think we're gonna have to win our last game. But that's easier said than done, because we're up against Borussia Dortmund. And you know what? When you think of Cedinho and Dortmund...
No! God, please!
There's only one thing that comes in mind.
No! No!
Roll the clip.
No!
Okay, might have a chance to score. Bicycle kick, and that's in. Cedinho with this. Bro, it's 2025, and I'm still hyping up that bicycle kick.
I cannot do this any fucking more. Can't do it anymore.
But anyways, guys, right now the goal is to secure that top 8 spot, and then, of course, we'll be locked in for the knockouts. I think it's going to be very important to show that we can beat a team like Dortmund, because otherwise we're not going to be going into the knockouts with a lot of confidence. Bayern Munich beat us. Can't let Dortmund do. But they've really opened us up here. This is getting really bad. Lament's forced to make a big save. And, of course, there'll be a lot of question marks, man, if we can't get top 8. Have I made the mistake, of course, by not moving to Real Madrid? That will be the biggest question. But right now, Ahmad plays a lovely ball through into me. If I can cut inside, which I've done, should be able to finish. Oh, ho, ho. Near post. No chance for the keeper. Cedinho is now big time, bro. He got called up for a Ballon d'Or ceremony and everything. You think he's not going to be performing in big games? Of course he is, and he's not happy with 1 goal. He wants more. Oh, come on. That wasn't far off. And that's full time. Cedinho's goal is enough to see Man United through. And the first hurdle has been crossed. Man United out of the top 8 through into the Champions League round of 16. For the first time, I feel like Cedinho's actually got a team with which he can challenge for the Champions League. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Once again, I'm getting a call from my agent.